doing a bit of stand-up comedy tonight. Last time I was talking about just life in York in general. I'm going to talk about a few different issues tonight, subjects. I like watching films, I'm a big film fan. Did anyone see Titanic when it was on the other day? And I was watching that. I think it's a really good film, and it's like one of the most popular films of all time. And I think the director's a genius because he did the first Terminator and the second Alien film. So the problem I have with Titanic there, I couldn't really take it seriously when you go in to meet the captain of the ship, and that is Captain Birdseye, isn't it? As you know, the stereotypical old guy with the white hair, the white beard, the cap, and the blue, jacket with the buttons. And I couldn't take it seriously after that. Because if you put a fish finger salesman in charge of such a big ship, accidents will happen. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, is he a real captain? Has anyone seen his certificates? I'm not so sure. So, and all I could think of was that in America they can't have Captain Birdseye adverts, can they? Because the director wouldn't then make a mockery of this film by putting him in charge. You might as well just put the honey monster in charge of the big ship and go straight into the iceberg. It's a good film, but that's the problem I have with it. Also, I watched a film. I don't usually watch kind of period dramas. It's not my kind of thing, but I watched, Pride and Prejudice with Mr. Darcy. That's the right one, isn't it? And it's kind of it's a bit slow moving. That's what I think about those films. And it struck me how romance moved slowly back then compared to today, because everyone's like. They're always in those mansion houses, aren't they, in like really posh clothes, and you never see anyone like in a tracksuit just chilling out, because you don't get dressed up like that these days to get in your own house, do you? Like going out, you get dressed up, and like it's just like there's always like everyone's being really polite and really awkward, and they're not kind of saying what they think, even if like a man likes a woman or whatever, and it'll always be like Mr. Darcy will be saying, "Oh, dear Miss Stapleton, I love you. I requested." I've written to your father so we can have a cup of tea together sometime next year in the presence of chaperone. And it's like, and then they must be thinking, this is going to take forever. Can we not just go to a nightclub to speed things up? But they weren't invented, of course. So Mr. Darcy must have been thinking, I really like her, but it's going to take forever to get my first kiss. It's like a year or something. And I can compare that to today. We've got like Geordie Shore. That moves a lot faster compared to Geordie Shore's like the opposite of Pride and Prejudice, because those girls don't hang around. And like Mr. Darcy would have a great time on Geordie Shore, like going out to the clubs and stuff. And how they do like a one-to-one talking to the camera. I just imagine Mr. Darcy going, "I'm having very strong feelings towards Vicky. I'm considering writing a letter to her father to have tea together." No need for that, Mr. Darcy. Those days are gone. Just buy the drink, that should do it. It's like the turnaround is a lot faster these days compared to Pride and Prejudice. It might take a year to get a kiss. Geordie Shore, a couple of hours. Moves a lot faster. Also, I was going to talk about fashion. Now, if you look at what I'm wearing, I'm not on the cutting edge of fashion, as you can probably tell. Quite simple things I wear. I'm never going to get on the front page of Vogue. I've accepted that now. I think it's because I don't like shopping, so I'll put shopping off for a long time and just wear what I've got. And it doesn't bother me, to be honest. If I've got like a jacket I like, I'll stick with it, even if it's got like a hole in it or something. Because it just so keeps me warm. I like the look of it. It doesn't bother me. The downside is I do get suspected of shoplifting in supermarkets, and I'm not a thief, I don't steal things, but that must be what they teach people at like security guard college. Watch out for people with a hole in the arm of their jacket, because they will steal things. It took me a while to notice this, but I was shopping and just carrying my shopping around, and at the top of the aisle there was always a guy there with the luminous waistcoat, the security guy, and he's watching me. I think you're just trying to catch me at it, like trying to catch me stealing things. But I thought, well, that's weird, but I'm not going to steal things then. And he just followed me around basically. So thought nothing more of it. But then it was such a big place. As I went to the other side of the shop, he kind of handed me over to the other guy. There was like two security guards, and they were on those, walkie-talkie things. So it was like, and I could hear what they were saying. I don't think they realised it. And so he kind of described what I was wearing. And I've never had my clothes described before. They were like a loudspeaker. And I felt like I was on a catwalk for the first time. Because he was going, Okay, the suspect is wearing black trousers. That's me. He's wearing a green jumper. And he's wearing a scruffy jacket. I was like, hey, what are you saying scruffy? I'm standing right here. And then he kind of changed his tune and said, he can hear us, the suspect is onto us. Abort the mission. I was like, yeah, I can hear you on a two-way radio. Of course I can hear you. I can see you as well, you've got a Loomis jacket on. Not exactly undercover, are you? So, yeah, another drink. And that was what, because it's happened a couple of times, and it happened in another shop, and the guy was more aggressive this time, so he wasn't kind of sneaking up on me, he was kind of like following me around, like staring at me, but really aggressively, as if to say, don't you steal anything. And what I did at that time was I asked him to help me carry my shopping, which I thought was quite clever, because then he can't accuse me of shoplifting if he's carrying part of the shopping. And because I've not done anything and I was still a customer, he had to help me. So he just kept to come up to the tills with me, looking all embarrassed, carrying my shreddies and stuff. Yeah. Okay, and yeah, just to finish off with, I'll kind of return to the Mr. Darcy kind of issue. And this happened, I was in town one day, just sitting at a coffee shop. Basically, have you seen hen parties? You know, when they go, Saturdays this happens, and hen parties go around and they're quite aggressive. And I basically, to cut a long story short, I was assaulted by a woman carrying a 5-foot inflatable penis. And that wasn't a good day. So basically, I was sitting, there's a line of tables, I was at the end, and there was a rabble approaching, it turned out to be a hen party, and the woman at the front had a big inflatable penis, and she was hitting people at the table, each table. But I know she was only doing it to the men, so I think it was some kind of misguided flirtation attempt. I don't know. But that made me think, well, she's going to do that to me probably. I was thinking, should I run away? Should I try and hide? I don't know. And so I just didn't do anything. I just stayed there in the end. And then she just came up to me and just started hitting me. And she said something like, I can't remember what she said, but I didn't have time to reply or anything. I just had to kind of defend myself like in a boxing match, some kind of bizarre martial art. So I was just kind of doing quite well. She hit me in the head once, and then I just kind of defended myself. And all the other men had been kind of like having a laugh and flirting, and I was just kind of saying, I'm unclear as what you want. I mean, what do you want from me? Please leave me alone. And all the time in my head I was just thinking, I bet Mr. Darcy never had this problem, did he? It's never happened in Pride and Prejudice. Maybe things were better by then. Okay, that's my show for this evening. Thank you very much.